Hey everybody, I'm Jess.
And I'm Andrew.
And we are the Vamos Life, and this is day one of our adventures.
So what have we done to prepare to get to day one?
So we've done a lot of things.
And we've been preparing for a while.
We've been thinking about this for many months, and this isn't just a last minute decision. This is a let's do this. Let's see if we can do this. We've done it already. We did it last summer for 3 months, and that really didn't stop us. It actually made us want to do this even more, because we realized that we could do it.
Yeah.
It was so much fun just being able to get out and see different places and
explore this great vast country that we live in,
that
we call home.
Yeah, and not live in a box.
The first thing we did was we figured out that we needed to downsize and become a one-car household. So I had a 2014 Dodge Charger that the last time we did a trip like this last year, it was sitting idle at home and costing us money in car payments and insurance payments as well. So the first thing we did was get rid of my beloved 2014 Dodge Charger.
I can't believe you did that. Like, still to this day, I'm just like, he loved this car. Absolutely loved this car.
Yeah.
And for him to be like, no, I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm like, oh my god, this is happening. This is actually happening. We're going to do this.
Yeah. So I had a lot of beloved adventures in that car. But those are adventures of days past, and now I need to focus on adventures of those that are coming in the road ahead of us. So I took it to CarMax on New Year's Eve, and they gave me a great price for it, great quote. I said, here are the keys, and that was it. So that was the first step in this process.
So the second thing we did is that we decided to end our lease at our apartment, and it was going to end March 27th. And so we needed to give them a month's notice, or was it 2 months?
2 months.
2 months notice. And so we've been planning this for a while. We already had this going on, simmering, brewing for a while. So yeah, we decided to end our lease because we didn't need a place costing us money as we're traveling around. So,
which we learned from last time as well.
Yes, we learned from last time because it just sat there.
Yeah, having an empty apartment in Miami for 3 months is not the best financial situation.
Yeah. So we're doing it right this time. So yeah, we ended our lease. We turned in the keys, everything like that, and yeah. So we decided to get a storage unit, and we were looking around at different places and just kind of comparing different prices and figuring out what size we needed, because we were living in a 1-bedroom with a living room and a den. So we had quite a bit of stuff, but not a whole lot of stuff between the two of us. So we ended up getting a 10x10 storage unit at Public Storage.
Yeah.
And brand new place. And I like it. We were able to fit everything inside of there. Luckily, we have a Tetris master on our hands. He was able to just line everything up. So it was perfect. It felt very aligned for us. So, yeah, and it's close by his family's place. So when we do come back in town, we can easily go back into our storage unit and go see his family as well.
Yeah. The next thing we had to do is dismantle the big furniture and move all the bulky items that we had, which consisted of our living room set,
our living room, our mattress,
the mattress,
office furniture.
Yeah, I had a huge L desk with a bookcase on top, and I had to take that apart as well.
Mm-hmm.
Bookcases from IKEA, and it was just us two.
Yeah.
And our friend Phil showed up at the very end. So thank you, Phil, for showing up at least for a little bit of it. But we went to Home Depot and we got something called the forearm forklift. Forklift, that's the name.
Yes.
And that helped us out quite a bit. And we lived on the 3rd floor of an apartment building, and we didn't have
no elevator.
No elevator.
It was rough.
So the forearm forklift helped us a little bit. but it was rough going up and down those stairs, and we made the decision that we'll never live somewhere above a first floor unless we have an elevator
Yeah.
because of this experience. So
Yeah, try carrying groceries up those like sets of stairs. Like I was just tired of living on the third floor with no elevator, and yeah, moving everything out. It was tough. We did it obviously because we're here now with everything in storage, but I was exhausted like that next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, we got everything out, all the big furniture, like 3 weeks before, just so we could have that buffer time to get all the small stuff out and clean and do all the nitty gritty stuff.
Yeah. So we started with the big pieces, and then we left all the little things for later on.
Yes.
Moving everything out of the apartment and getting into storage and getting rid of our bulky waste items was a little challenging at times because there was a bed set that we needed to get rid of with a bulky bed frame in the middle and the headboard
TV.
and the TV. Our TV crapped out on us a couple of months before we moved out, which it lasted a long time because that was a TV I bought 10 years ago when I first graduated from college. So the challenge with the bed frame and the TV was that the headboard of the bed frame did not fit in the back of the Traverse. So we had the U-Haul for when we dismantled the furniture and needed to move into storage. So we go to the Miami-Dade County West Prime Waste Disposal Center where you take this stuff, and we're like, oh, that's fine, we'll throw it in one of those big dumpsters, no problem. So as we're getting ready to go up to the ramp, the guy comes over, very nice guy, and he says, hey, look, you have a problem. We don't allow, vehicles with 2 wheels on the back axle because of liability purposes. So we're there with the U-Haul with a bed set and a TV in the back that we can't do anything with. So I had to take that to storage and put it in there until we figured out what to do with it next. So then the contingency plan was, okay, we'll go back. We'll get a U-Haul van because it's 1 wheel in the back on the back axle. And that's what we did the following weekend. We got a U-Haul van, the little tiny ones that are like $19.95 or whatever. We loaded the stuff up in there, loaded the TV up in there, and then we were able to go back to the dump and get rid of it that way. So just something to keep in mind that if you're in the Miami-Dade County area and you need to get rid of this stuff, don't take it with a big U-Haul like we did. So that's the lesson we learned.
Just go with no double axle in the back. I think you'll be fine anywhere. That might be
It might be a general thing as well.
It might be.
So just keep that in mind.
The next thing we had to do after we dumped some things and put everything into storage was to like clean it, to just get everything, even the last little bit of stuff like from the bathroom, from the kitchen, needed to go completely out. So some of obviously most apartments, when you're doing your move out walkthrough, they have a list of things to do, clean it, get it professionally, the carpet cleaned. And I was at that point where I'm like, I'm not gonna spend all day here doing this stuff. I have other things to do. So I hired a few places. I hired a cleaning company to come in and clean the interior. I showed them in, and an hour later, they called me saying they were done. And I showed back to the apartment, and it was still dirty. It was a big bump in the plan, but before they left, I was like, I'm not gonna have them stay here and re-clean it. I did tell them to like re-wipe the like floorboards so I could paint, but I knew I was gonna have to re-clean everything because nothing was like wiped down. This oven wasn't done. The kitchen fridge wasn't done. There were still cobwebs in the corners of the walls. The floorboards weren't done, so that's why I had them redo it. It was a lack of detail. And so getting the apartment clean was kind of a hiccup, but we got it done. I was able to find time throughout the day just to come back, vacuum, sweep, do the oven, clean the fridge. We went back one night, and while I was cleaning, you were painting. Like, there was just a lot that we were getting done. We did also hire a carpet cleaning crew to come in, and they did a really good job. Also, when we were moving out, when we had our walkthrough, the front management lady, she was like, "Oh, you guys still have carpet?" And we're like, "Yeah, we're like the first people that lived in this apartment, so I think they're gonna tear out the carpet no matter what." So I think we cleaned it, but it is what it is. Like, the guy was really nice, so
Or that's good karma for us out into the universe.
It
That hopefully
is.
comes back.
it is. But no, just like getting the apartment cleaned before we had that walk out or move out walkthrough. There was some hiccups. There were some unseen challenges, but we adapted and overcome. And luckily we had some time, that buffer of time to get all this done. We didn't wait till the last minute. So really making sure, like, when you are moving out, give yourself time, because there are going to be challenges. So allow that buffer time to be in your schedule.
Yeah. The other important thing that we wanted to get right for this trip is the clothes that we took. So last year, when we were on our 3-month trip, at least I didn't have the right clothes. It got pretty cold in some spots, and because it was summer and we didn't think we were going to be gone that long, I only took pretty much shorts and t-shirts. No winter gear, no gloves, none of that. So this time, we're making sure that we have the right stuff in case we get caught somewhere where it gets pretty cold. So lots of wool socks, lots of sweatpants, lots of long sleeves, not lots of long sleeves, but enough.
We have the proper equipment to keep us cold, like to keep us warm when it's cold out. We have the proper clothing for when it's warm out. Like, we have different layers of clothing, but it's very few now. We had to limit the amount of clothes we have, so we put a lot into storage as well, or even I donated a ton of clothing, but all we have is the clothing that we have in our suitcase right now. Our suitcase or our backpack, like, that's all we have.
Yeah, because we don't know where we're gonna go, so we have to be prepared for, we're gonna be somewhere up north where it gets cold earlier in the year. We have to be prepared for, we might be somewhere where the elevation is higher and it gets a lot cooler at night, like Flagstaff or somewhere in Colorado. And we're taking our heater this time as well, which is something we didn't do last time, and that was a big mistake. It takes up space in the car, but
it's worth it.
It's worth it.
Especially when it is cold. Like, I'd rather, yeah.
Yeah, so we're hitting the road much better prepared this time around.
So we also decided to check into a hotel during the last week of our apartment. We checked into the Town Place Suites by Marriott here in West Kendall. It's awesome. I really like it here.
Yeah, apparently it's brand new, according to a coworker of mine. It's only been here a month. Amazing place. They got a little kitchenette in here, a great workspace. I brought my monitor and been working just like if I was at my home office. We have a Texas Roadhouse right across. They went for dinner one time. They got a new place called Walk-Ons that's opening up very soon. Starbucks across the street. Smoothie King across the street that we've been to a couple of times.
And it's just, it feels like a small studio apartment. Like, whenever we come back to Miami and we need to be in this area, like, that's a nice place to stay. I really enjoyed it, and you got free breakfast every morning.
Yeah, the breakfast has been pretty good.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna leave a little link in the description of this video.
Absolutely. Like, check this place out. I really enjoy it.
And then maybe one day we'll become affiliates and get a little bit of money for commissions. Goals. Vamos life goals.
But no, so we checked into the hotel a week before we had to move out, just so we could give ourselves time to get everything out of the bedroom. We didn't have to be living and yet cleaning where we were living at. So this place has been awesome. It's been really hospitable. Everybody's been so kind, and it's clean, and I can still cook, and he can work, and it's got a laundry facility. It's pretty awesome.
So Jessica, what's next?
Andrew, what's next?
We don't know.
We're literally taking day by day, week by week, month by month, but more so day by day. We're keeping this not just to challenge us, but just to live a different life, just to see what we can do to challenge us, to think outside the box, to just let life happen.
And live a little differently.
Yeah. Like, when you live like that day by day, like knowing what you're doing, where you're going, it's like, I want to spice it up.
Yeah, the routine starts getting to you after a while.
Yeah. And when we were traveling last summer for the 3 months, we sometimes didn't know where we were staying until the day of.
Mm-hmm.
And we were able to do that for 3 months straight. So why not keep that going?
Yeah. And I think it has like a built-in level of excitement.
It does.
But it's driven by anxiety.
Yeah.
Because it's like, we're heading in this direction. Where are we going to stop? What campground are we going to camp at? How long are we going to be there for? Do they have electricity? Is there good internet? I need to work. What happens if these things don't materialize?
It really builds up your survival skills. And we're not survivalists by any means. Like, we're not like hardcore into that, but it's nice to know that no matter what you do, you're safe. Like, no matter what you do, you're gonna find a place to put your head at night.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, if something doesn't pan out, like, I think that only happened one time on the trip, actually 2 times on the trip, where we couldn't find somewhere to pitch for a week, and we said, you know what, skip this destination, we're going to keep on trucking, and we're just going to stay at a hotel for the night, get our rest, and then do another, couple hours driving and just go a little further down the road.
And even weather has taken a toll too. Like, we were running through a situation where we had to keep going because of a hurricane.
Yeah.
So it's keeping us on our toes, but we really don't know what's next. And all of my friends and family, your family and friends, just keep asking us, where are you at? Where are you going? Do you know what's next? And we're like, no. Because we really don't know.
The only thing, we know what's next today because we need to check out of the hotel.
Yeah.
And we're going to go off into our next camping destination for a couple of days. So we're not going to talk about that in this video, but if you subscribe to this channel, you can stay up to date with what's coming next and what we have coming up the road.
Yeah. So if you like this video, if you want to join us on our journeys, please like, share, and subscribe. We'd love to have you. And this is a way for us to show you a different way of living.
Yeah. And if you're on social media, we have a Facebook page. So just look for the Vamos Life and you'll find us there.
And Instagram as well.
And Instagram as well if you look for the Vamos Life. And I think we should go ahead and put those links down in the description.
We will.
So that makes it easier for people to find us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're a little new at this, but we're kind of learning.
Yeah. So. Hey, you start somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We got to wrap this up. Thanks for joining us today. We got to be out of this hotel soon, so we got to start packing up, and we still got a couple of things that we need to do
before our next adventure. So,
until next time, and we hope to see you out there.
Bye.
Bye.